Hey guys, BF5 here, and today I'm visiting the Samsung Galaxy Win again. Alright, yes, I have unboxed the same device before and even reviewed it. So why am I visiting it again when there are better devices like the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 and the iPhone 6? The reason is pretty simple. I tweaked the living crap out of this device, or at least a fairly high amount of tweaking went into this device. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room and check out the ROM. This is the MetaMod ROM that I installed on my device, as I actually appreciate the features this custom mod provided as opposed to something like TouchWiz, like pressing the capacitive menu button now force closes apps. The notification bar now has all the usual toggles like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. on a separate page, along with some additions like restart, power off, and disable lock screen button, which are all pretty handy. To make it even better, it even has Xposed pre-installed to squeeze out even more productivity and functionality out of the Win. As with any custom ROM, there is no bloatware, but I guess they went a bit too far and they removed the phone app. But that can be fixed easily with something like KK Dialer or my personal favorite, Droop Dialer, which I always use and prefer. Next up is the new kernel that I had installed to make the Quattro swap compatible. If you guys don't know what that means, it allows me to use some of my SD card space as RAM or random access memory. I've amped up the RAM to 1.5 or so gigabytes from 877 or so, and it has actually made my device smoother. If you guys are gonna try this, I suggest you getting a class 10 SD card regardless of what device you're using. One other great part about this is the battery life of the device. It simply is amazing. I've installed the deep sleep battery saver, and when it is in slumber mode, it gets the phone through an entire night with only a few percentages gone. That's quite surprising considering how much I sleep, and I wake up to find the phone at somewhere like 32% after I leave it at night when it was 40%. It almost always makes it through an entire day with only 20 or 15% charge, if that. But then again, not everything is sunshines and rainbows. There are also downsides to this. That battery saver app works by putting my phone into a deep sleep mode, which will not allow me to get my notifications as they arrive and only updates itself every hour or so. This leads to me missing Facebook updates and lots of other things. But there is a way to whitelist your most essential apps so that you don't miss a message from your friend calling you to come over to place or something. Also, this phone, for some reason I can't put my finger on just yet, constantly gets stuck, crashes during apps, and is generally kind of sluggish. If I have enough apps open, or sometimes no apps open at all except one or two particular apps, it just decides to freeze up or crash the apps I'm using. And it has even gone far to crashing the system UI. It used to be far worse before the RAM increase, but the RAM increase that I said before, it helped it significantly for a while until it reached like a kind of a steady rate between both states. Therefore, this phone has been a joy to use regardless of its flaws, for which the added functionality and productivity make up for. I've banged it up very badly over time, but it still works and has managed to survive many drops from my pocket on various surfaces without dying or the screen shattering or something. That's about all I can talk about this phone. If you want to check the review of this phone, which I had done a few years back, click the icon you see on the top right of your screen, or just click the annotation in the outro screen. That video has received a crazy amount of views, and I honestly am puzzled at why they like it so much, as it was very drawn out and frankly a bit boring. That icon also contains all the links to the ROMs and the kernels and all the other things that I've installed on this device that I use on a daily basis, so be sure to check them out if you have a Quattro. They're also in the description just in case. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. This is BR5 and signing off.